quick, jumping on this real quick, just to break down what happened this week. So enjoy the video, man. Let's lock in, man. See what we get, man. See how this week transpired and how we can get better for next week, man. Let's lock in. So we started off the week. Let me just go back into it. So we basically started off the week with NQ coming off of that NFP Friday. That was a great drop, right? NFP Friday, that was a big drop. So now we let Monday kind of transpire to see where the price was going to come up and set the tone, because we've seen that price opened up with more than 120 point difference. So we know that price is probably going to continue up for a while, or do what it got to do for a little bit before necessarily maybe coming back down later on in the week. So that's what we basically did. So in real time, Monday would typically be a day off. You would just want to watch price, not interact with it. It's kind of what I did Monday as well. So then now we're just gonna break down how Tuesday came into play, and how we could have took position, at the best point. So just looking at that right now, what I did was I highlighted the close at 414, the last candle at 414 that was printed at 414. I highlighted the low, right, the closing of that bearish candle, and then now what we're gonna do is we're gonna flop right back to our electronic trading hours. You see where that line has now been graded, okay? And now we're just gonna continue to let price play out, right? Because in reality, we don't have our opening gap that doesn't open up until 9:30 a.m. But there's also potential moves that we may be able to get into using this level in London session. So that's what one of these. This is why I'm going over this right now. So let's just see what we get. So this is that day. This is the end of that day. So we're just gonna let that go and run faster. So now we're just going to try to highlight and catch all the information from London session. This is 2 p.m., p.m. So I'm looking for 3 in the morning, I would say. Yeah, so about like 3-ish. Yeah, so like right here. 3 a.m. Just kind of drag it over so I can have an idea what price is coming into it. And just drop it and just see what price is doing coming into that play, because we see that price is now opening up on Tuesday. So we're just gonna watch it. Okay. That's a crazy move. Okay, that's all still prior to London session, or that's all brand new day, right? So from that alone, we see that we got Monday's highs broken. All right, so now we're coming into the new day. Price basically traded above that level, and now we broke low below it, right? We broke low below it. So one thing to take into play right now is, let me pause it, right? So one thing to take into play right now is Asian range, okay? So we basically just want to, what time is this start? 3 a.m. Okay, so just want to drag this lower so we can know now anything after this price, after this time of price, is basically what we're gonna be looking at. But we need to identify what our Asia range is, right? So our Asia range is typically from 9. So let me just look at that just to be correct. That definitely needs to get fixed, but it's definitely from about 9:30 a.m. to about 12. I mean about 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. to 12. So let's see, get this right here. Drag it all the way over to about 12. Yep. Alright, so now this will be our Asian range. Prior to that, right? So now let's see about the Asian range. So we got our Asian range now. Okay, so we had price break below in the opening in the pre-London session, right? So now we broken below. We popped London high, and as you can see now, we broke low to break it. I mean, we broke Monday's low prior to the new day even starting. Monday's PM session high, right? And then yeah, we broke Monday's PM session high. I'm sorry, not low. And now we're just kind of watching it in pre-market London, right? So now just want to see kind of what's it do, what it's gonna do. All right, so at 3 o'clock at London Open, we had a low, some lows being set. Drop, drops, right? So now we can say we had a structure change potentially here. Structure change won't happen until we get a close above this. As you see, it fell. So now go to 6 a.m. London session is kind of over. Well, not kind of, it is over as far as executionable trades and looking for a setup. So as we see, we got a low created in London session with London session also falling below our Asian range low. We're kind of being held down there, and it's about 6 a.m. So we really didn't get no movement yet. So we just kind of let it rock out, see what it's gonna do. Is it respecting that low? No, it broke it, creating another low. It drops lower, right? So we're just kind of getting just nothing really set up really for Tuesday until we come into our real accutable time, right? So now looking at it, we are at about 8:30, just about 3 minutes after 8:30, and we see that okay, now we have an established low with an impulse candle here, which would be that break the structure, right? In my opinion, if I'm correct, I'll look at that as a break the structure from 6 a.m. Go to that, boom, that should break the structure. Either it was, then you want to say, okay, well now I have a fair value gap here from get in there. Fair value gap from here to here. Okay. The equilibrium gotta get put up there. Okay. So now with this fair value gap, looking for equilibrium to come back and potentially get touched, or the upper quadrant, or potentially the lower quadrant. But let's just see kind of what happens. And also we about an hour out from 9:30 open. So I'm trying to see what happens. So okay, right. So now coming into 9 o'clock, 9:12. What you want to do is you kind of just keep letting it rock. 9:24. Right, so now what you kind of want to go do is so 9:24. We'll let it rock to about 9:30. 9:27. We got candles. Okay, this is our 9:30 candle. So now we can reference in real time. We'll be opening our phone, referencing where our what you call opened up at. So right now, as we can see, okay, this was our first level. Now we're going to mark our second level, which would be the open of this candle. Right, so now that's the open of this candle. So now this is your range, orange to orange line. So now because this orange line came first and this is second, just technically makes this a low. I'm sorry, two, that makes that a low, and this makes this a high. Okay. So now with that making that Tuesday high, now we kind of want to go back into electronic hours, right? Make sure you get back, make sure you refresh. If we see, so going back, I'm sorry, no, I'm sorry, going. So as you can see, if price opens up, so the rules of thumb for thumb is if for the gap, if the gap price, new day price at 9:30 opens up below, we're in a discount. If it opens up above, we're in the premium, right? So as we can see, price opened up below, giving us that low. So now we're in the premium, right? So no, I'm sorry, not in the premium. I think we should be in the. I'm sorry, we should be in the discount. Let me go back. I'm sorry. This is live. This is live. Hey, this is live work. We're no experts. This is we working through. Okay. So Tuesday. Oh yeah. So we definitely is. So we're the discount. So we should see buy, right? So if we discount, we should see buys in for fib, bottom line to top line. We should want to see 24,776 be reached, right? So now knowing that you want to see 24,776 to be reached, and go to it and you look at the setup that you got, right? So I would look at that and I would say, okay, so we still got this fair value gap here, and we got levels above. I want to see how this is potentially going to react towards 10 o'clock. So just kind of let that go, right? So as we see, it broke all the way lower. It took out those lows that was there. So now this is basically seen as liquidity. This was taken out, so we would be like, okay, that's null and void. Watch to see what price kind of does now, right? So now we have a candle, literally at 9:45 print, right? So now we have this scenario again. So now we have a candle print, fair value gap here, it gets to sell. So now we have the same thing happen. We have this same scenario that we just happened over here, happen over here, right? So what we do is bring this over, right? And so, okay, so bring this over. The breaker structure would have happened here at that 9:45 candle, with your fair value gap now being from that top to that wick, from this candle's high to this candle's low, right in between. And as you can see, price came with this candle at 9:51, came right up into the upper quadrant and right very shallow of the equilibrium of the fair value gap. And then we have prices coming up, right? So now this is almost damn near optimal. This is your most best, well, I guess you could say if you was able to predict this type of level, this is, you know what I'm saying, your best option to get in with the change of structure. But after now identifying and having these key factors in, now you have these opportunities. So now I would just look for a bearish candle here to try to target, you know, the buy to target 24,776. So let's try to see one candle. About one candle. It doesn't offer any, okay. So that right there, potentially, hey, okay, and we getting necessarily towards a 580 level, which is institutional level. So I think I would probably get in my buy. Well, you would it, SL here. Now, in my honest opinion, that's a very big thing, but I would technically probably do more something like this below with this candle, and then just see where we go, I guess. Yeah. What's that? Okay, so as we see, we continue to move. Now we're in profit, right? So at first I forgot to put my target at here, right? So now as we see, we kind of almost at a 1-to-1 right now, right? So I would actually be, monitoring my thing, bring it a little lower, make it a 1-to-1 right now, and then I would keep playing, right? So now if we're looking at it, we're at 10:07, right? So 7 minutes after the 10. And as you can see, price is now moving, and I've seen $200+ now. So I definitely would have, been trailing, making sure that I'm in profit. So look for the next structural low. I'm putting it about here. Not much profit, but definitely saves us, pays us pennies on the dollar for our participation in the market. And as you can see, the market kind of goes up, and it's a good thing to kind of watch and see how price works, because a lot of times you see these small candles forming, and you think, hey, this may be a reversal. You may get nervous, jump out. You see small candles printing, hey, it may not hit my TP, but you just work. And at the end of the day, it's only just now about to be 11 p.m. Ooh, saying that could be very unappealing, right? This is great to understand how price moves. So at this point now, we kind of see that we stayed put where we at. I definitely would move that SL up. If you could release $100, pay myself, my time. Because so far, I technically been in the market since 9:59, and it's now 11:25. So I've been in the market about an hour and 26 minutes. So basically, within an hour and 26 minutes that I've been participating, I've at least paid myself $100. And as you can see, price definitely moves. How many times have we got? We've gotten close to our profit twice, but now we've hit boom. Okay, so now we were tapped out at 11:44, so almost approximately 2 hours, and we made a grand total of about $300, $300+, right? Off that scenario. So now we have price returning to 50% of that gap, right? That happened. Regular trading hours, as you can see, price returned to 50% of that gap. It's still open on Tuesday. So just to see how we will work, let's just stay on regular trading hours, and let's just see if price, would continually fill itself and get to 24,915, which you can see it actually does. Boom, boom. That's your Tuesday work. That's your Tuesday workforce right there. That's it, $300+. If not 300 to 700 or more, at least $300 based off the trade that I've taken, and that's what we got going on, man. So that's just Tuesday's work. We're gonna lock in. We're gonna see what Wednesday brings us in the next episode.